So are you curious on how to get started in video marketing, but you're not too confident on camera? Well, today we're going to be getting into some tips on what you can do to be more confident when you're recording and vlogging for your business. And we're going to be talking about it coming up next. Hey, what's up guys? It's Diana here with Entree Woman TV, helping transition your passion into the business that you love. And on this channel, I do small business development tips as well as video marketing tips like we're going to be getting into today. So if that's something up your alley, definitely consider subscribing. So today I want to start a new series that is going to get into helping you become more confident on camera so that you can start getting into video marketing, sharing your message and what it is that you have in your small business. But today, before we can get into any tips with how to record with your smartphone, how to record, better with the DSLR and the camera settings and all that stuff that we're going to get into in this series, you have to be confident with even being on camera. And that goes into whether you're filming in a controlled environment like this here, or when you actually go out and start vlogging. So to help you get more confident on camera, we're going to be going through a few quick tips right now. First thing is just stop consuming yourself with the what ifs and the possibilities of what if you come into, that person that you know, and what if you see somebody from work. Who cares what they think? And honestly, that taps into building your confidence as a person, just in what you're doing, or if you have a business or whatever. And so even if they never see the videos, if they never look up your channel, or even if they do, it really doesn't matter. So remove yourself from the what ifs and give yourself a break. The second tip that I want to touch on is that you have to stop caring what other people think. And so that ties into the what ifs with point number one that I just went into, but you really have to stop caring what do people think. Even if it's somebody that doesn't know you, if it's an older person, typically that has, no idea what vlogging is or something like that, then they're probably going to look at you a little weird, or they're going to be like, I wonder what that person is doing. But again, who cares? You have a purpose and a reason and a message to share as to why you're doing what you're doing, which is why you'll sit in a room like this and essentially talk to nobody, but you're looking into the lens of the camera and you're connecting with an audience. So you have to imagine that you're talking to somebody that you know so that you can be more comfortable and more confident, so that when you're speaking, you're just engaged and engrossed into what you're actually talking about and the content that you're thinking about. You're not worried about, whatever sounds are going on around you or what just happened or something like that. You're really focused in and honed in. So you have to stop caring and just kind of really go into your own zone and your own mode of what you're doing. And just be normal. The more normal that you are when you're recording, the more normal that people are around you. And people that know what you're doing, that you're vlogging, like if a kid sees you, you're their hero all of a sudden, because you're doing what they see other people do on YouTube and Facebook and what they want to do, but their parents aren't too sure about it. So you just have to stop caring what other people think about you. One of the phrases that I love is, what other people think about you is none of your business. That is a mantra that I have lived by for many years now, and it will set you free from a lot of things of what people think. And again, just going back to point number one, all the what ifs and possibilities that probably aren't going to happen anyway. So just stop caring what other people think. So tip number three, in order to be more confident on camera, you want to talk about things that you actually know about. And so if you're talking about something that you know, then you're not really concerned with stuttering or what you're talking about or anything like that. If you're talking about a concept, like let's say you're a gardener, you know everything there is to know about gardening, you have a green thumb, you can dive right into the topic. So if you're talking about, how to make sure that you are able to keep your soil looking well. I don't have a green thumb, so I don't know exactly what to talk about. But again, if you were, I should have picked something that I was good at. But if you were, then you're going to talk all about, what type of nutrients the soil would need to grow these kind of vegetables, or what kind of, products are out there that you can buy. So you may have your camera out in your backyard with your garden, showing your garden, like, well, what are the neighbors going to think? Go back to point number two, stop caring what they think. It doesn't matter. Even if they ask, it's up to you if you want to answer or not, but who cares? But so you're showing them what you're doing and you're talking about something that you know. Another thing that you can do is share stories. If you're sharing a story of something that you like or something that you know about, then it makes it easy to talk about it because it's something that you know about. So for example, earlier today, I was sharing a story with a coworker on just actual whooping that I got and how I got away. And I was telling her in the story of how I was talking to my mom, and I was never a disrespectful kid, you know, or anything like that, or really disobedient. But I guess I had just pushed my mom to the limit at that point, and she had had enough. And they had these big king size mattress, box spring and mattress, and she was flipping the bed over, and she was sweeping underneath the bed and everything like that. And I'm talking to her, and I'm just in my own world and this and that or whatever. And somewhere in the context of what I was saying, I lost track that this woman had stopped sweeping under the bed, went and got a belt, and she swung the belt at me. And just out of reaction, I grabbed it. And I'm like, oh crap, I just grabbed the belt. And if you know that you get whoopings, you do not grab the belt. And it just was like, I grabbed it, and I'm just like, I gotta hold on to it now. I can't let it go. And so she's shaking it, and I'm holding on to it. And she's like, you better let this belt go. And I'm like, no, ma'am. And she's like, you better let this belt go. And I'm like, no, ma'am. I'm like, I can't do that. I don't know what to do, but I can't do that. So I'm thinking I got two options. You know, I got this door over here that'll lead me to the bathroom, but that door primarily is locked most of the time, but it would be a way out that I could get out and just get downstairs or something, make my escape route. And then I had the other way, which the door was open, but I would have to get past this huge king size mattress that's leaning up against the wall. So I start inching my way around the box spring. And the whole time I'm like, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. I can't hold on to it anymore. So the whole time she's shaking it. She's trying to shake. She's like, you better let it go. And I just keep saying, no, ma'am, no, ma'am. And so I wedged my way in between the box spring and the wall. And then all of a sudden I'm like, I'm gonna let it go. This left hand is my weak hand. And I was like, I can't really hold on to it that tight. And so I was like, okay, on three. So I'm saying all this stuff in my head, right? So I'm like, on three, 1, 2, 3, and dropped it and ran, took off the other way. She didn't catch me. I ran in the basement. I ran in the basement. There was a huge pile of clothes and towels, and I just further piled them up, and I hid in it for like 3 hours. She couldn't find me. But the point is I got away. And so, as you can see, just in sharing that quick story just on something that happened in my childhood, and it's funny now, but it was not funny at the time. It's something that I know. It's something that I can recount just like that. You know, I'm going to say the same thing anytime that I'm telling somebody, because those same emotions are there. Those same feelings are there. And just like I have this huge grin on my face right now because it's funny. And even if I talk to my mom about it, we'll sit back and we'll laugh. But I'm talking about a story that I know, something that I'm comfortable with. And so as you begin to get more confident on camera, one of the things that you can do is actually start to share stories just like I shared with you, because you forget everything around you and you really just focus in on what you're doing and who you're talking to. So share more stories and talk about things that you know about. So the fourth tip that you can do to get more confident on camera is create throwaway videos. What I call throwaway videos are videos that you're not going to publish anywhere, that nobody is never going to see. It's just something for you to get out there and practice. There are several times where I'm out testing a camera, where I was just getting started, and you know, I'm recording with this Canon ELPH series camera, just a little point and shoot, and I'm out there and I'm recording and I'm not exactly sure of what I'm doing. And a lot of times not being confident simply comes from not knowing what you're doing, or maybe what exactly you want to talk about, but it really comes from not knowing what to do, how to do, and is this going to come out right or what. So I'm practicing a lot of the times, and I'm just out there and I'm getting essentially dead footage. It's things that I'm never going to publish anywhere. I'm never going to put it anywhere. So I would encourage you to create throwaway videos. They're great when you're in the car, you go in an empty parking lot and just record for like 2-3 minutes, and you really just start getting used to talking out in public, talking in your room or wherever it is that you're going to record, and look back at the footage and see how it is. Does it suck? And it's like, oh man, I covered up the microphone, which is common and typical anytime you're using like a point and shoot camera. You covered up the microphone with your phone. So these are things that you know, so that when you do go out and vlog, you know, I want to hold my hand over here instead of typically holding it with the right hand, or hold it like we hold our cell phones, which is something to the effect like something like this on our hands, and just start, you know, actually doing things differently. So it gives you the experience without the embarrassment. And that's another big factor when it comes to being more confident, is that you're afraid that you're going to get embarrassed. You're going to look a fool, and you're going to look foolish. And you are. That's just the whole thing. Everyone's first videos suck. You can look at any channel that has kept their first videos and look at them, and they all suck. My first videos, they suck. I'm trying to figure out camera settings, but I kept them, and even now, doing over 200 plus videos, I still keep them there so that when I'm talking about how to be more confident on camera, you can see the same strategies that I'm sharing with you in this video we're talking about now. You can go back and actually see me go through the process of what that looked like when I first started getting started on camera, so that you can be more confident. Just create throwaway videos, and nobody's ever going to see them but you, and you can look at them and say, oh man, that sucked, but you get the practice from it. Fifth and final tip is to publish your first video. The only way that you're going to get more confident is to actually start to create those videos and publish them. Now, it's not creating the throwaway videos. This is a video that you're actually going to put out there, and don't overthink it. Honestly, within the next 48 hours, if you're watching this video, I challenge you to create your first video if you never have. Use your smartphone. If you have somebody in the family that has a camera, borrow their camera, but don't wait on it. Just go and create something. Keep it at 60 to 90 seconds and just talk about what you're excited about with your new YouTube channel. What happened in your day? Share a story. Implement some of the things that we talked about in this video. And one of the things that you'll come to find out is people won't see that you're doing something weird when you upload it to Facebook or Instagram, which is really neat because those videos go away in 24 hours if you're adding it to Instagram stories. But if you're doing something, you're adding it on YouTube, upload it anyway. Let people see it, because people can give you feedback and say, hey, that was great. Or what were you looking at? And you can kind of joke like, oh man, it was a fly. It distracted me and whatever. But if you start to create the videos, then you'll start to see people are actually really encouraged by what you're doing. You're sharing information that's helpful for them, and you're actually contributing to that person's journey in whatever specific area or niche of business that you're using. So those are my 5 quick tips on how to help you be more confident on camera. So question of the day. Well, really, it's a challenge of the day. If you haven't created a video in a while and you have a YouTube channel, or if you've never created a video, then what I want you to do is in the next 48 hours, link the video down below. So in the description, if you are on YouTube, link the video down below, or if you're on Instagram, wherever, just link it down below. I'll come by, give you a like, throw you a quick comment so that you can know that I saw it and that we checked it out. But then also encourage other people to go ahead and follow through on it just to create your first video. So do that within the next 48 hours after you have seen this message. So that's your challenge for the day. So thanks for checking out today's video. To get the next video in this series, make sure you click or tap the screen right there. And to check out another video from Entre Woman TV, click or tap the screen right there. But as always, my friends, live with passion. I'll see you guys on the next video.